this is how simple it is to install your Valvetronic Designs exhaust valve controller for your Porsche. You're going to need to locate the factory exhaust valve solenoid. For this GT3 997.2, the solenoid is located on the right side of the engine. You can see it here. It's very important to find where your controller is in your car, whether you have a 981 Cayman or a 991.2 Carrera S. You'll see around the engine bay there's a lot of these solenoids, but it's very important you make sure that you find the correct one that controls the exhaust valves. What we recommend is going under the car and pulling on the exhaust valve line and seeing where that movement is on the top side of the engine. So when we pull underneath here, where the exhaust valve is on this GT3, you'll see that this controller wiggles. So make sure you find the correct one. First, once you've located the solenoid, pull the locking tab out from the connector, and then with your Valvetronic Designs controller, with the supplied ends, plug it into the factory wiring harness. Press down on the metal tab, pull a little bit to make sure that it has not clicked out, and the same thing on the other end. Plug it in to the factory solenoid. Make sure it's in there nice and tight. Now that's in there. Once the controller is connected, your ground strap right here is a 13 millimeter for this GT3. You have to find a ground, so it's maybe a little bit different on whichever Porsche model you have. So slide the ground tab underneath this bolt. So for this, again, for this GT3, that's our ground location. There's tons of ground locations in whatever Porsche you drive. Make sure you find a good contact that is not a painted surface. And then with a 13 millimeter, make sure it's nice and tight in there. Tighten it down. And that is how simple it is to install your controller. That's good. Once you've installed your Valvetronic Designs controller into your Porsche, go ahead and turn the car into the accessory position. And when you come back, come to where your solenoid is, and you should hear a click with the sound of the exhaust valves opening and closing. This car, because it's just been running, still has vacuum pressure. If you're doing this and the car has just sat out overnight, the car may have lost its vacuum pressure, but make sure that the solenoid clicks with control of the valves. This is how you program your garage door opening buttons to work with your Valvetronic Designs exhaust valve controller or your Valvetronic Designs exhaust. Start by pressing the button 3 and button 1 down for approximately 15 seconds. You'll see the light on the right over there. Once the time has passed, will start to flash rapidly. It takes about 15 seconds. There we go. Now, with your controller, hold the button corresponding to the selection you want with your valve controller button pressed, and you'll see the flashing quickly. That means the controller has been programmed. Try again for the next button. Hold the button and the same thing. Hold your controller. Same button, you'll see it flash rapidly. And that is how simple it is to use your garage door buttons to operate your exhaust. So you'll hear the solenoid click and we'll hear the valves click open now. Just as easy as that. And so that's how simple it is to install your controller into your Porsche. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for being part of our family. And now go out, drive, and enjoy.